Nick Baumgardner covers Michigan for M Live. We turn to him now for some thoughts on the Wolverines. And Nick, it's obvious what the biggest question is. It is shrouded in a veil of secrecy. But what is your best guess as to what's going on right now with the Wolverines quarterback situation?
Yeah, I mean, Jim Harbaugh has continued to say all week that Wilton Spate's questionable. It's a day-to-day situation. I know there were reports earlier this week that he broke his collarbone. I was never able to, I haven't heard that from anybody that I would consider reputable, I suppose. Not to say it's true or not, but all I heard was it was a week-to-week issue. But at the same time, it certainly seems more and more likely that there's a solid chance anyway that John O'Gorton's going to get the call on Saturday against Indiana. And from there, I don't know. From the Ohio State game, I don't know what'll happen. But if they go with O'Gorton, that'll be a first start for him, but also not his first start overall, as he's not a rookie. He's got some experience. So I think Michigan could be in worse situations right now than they are, but we'll have to wait and see.
And no doubt, O'Gorton, of course, started for a season at Houston. What are guys saying around the facility about him and what he might bring to this Wolverines attack?
Well, I think they've all been impressed with the way he's handled this whole year. If you remember back, John O'Gorton was brought here, and many people thought he would be the starter this season, not Wilton Spate. I think and probably John O'Gorton thought that as well, I'm sure. And, they've all been impressed with the way he handled losing that job, how he's handled preparing every day as much as he can in case he's needed. Like Chris Wormley, who's a captain, said he thought John O'Gorton thought of him as a leader all season. So, he's a guy that's well respected in the locker room, works hard, studies a lot of film. I know the coaching staff, Jed Fish, really likes him a lot. Jim Harbaugh has full confidence in him, so if it is him, I don't think that there's a situation here where they're panicked that they're running in there with a guy who's never done anything before, or a guy they don't trust. It certainly seems like they have full confidence and full trust in John O'Gorton.
It was obvious Wilton Spate was banged up down the stretch of that game with Iowa, but aside from that, how do you explain the offensive struggles which were there throughout the game?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of things, right? It was Wilton Spate missing throws, of course. It was receivers dropping passes. The offensive line didn't get the job done against the defensive front that it should have been able to move the ball on, and that was the biggest thing to me the whole game. They couldn't run the ball when they needed to. They couldn't run the ball in winning time, so to speak. There were some curious decisions with the coaching staff as well. I don't think that was their best game. In fact, I think it's probably their worst coached game since they've been here. So I think it was kind of a total team loss, if you really want to look at it that way, especially on the offensive side. A lot of things need to get fixed and repaired, and a lot of people need to get moving in the right direction again.
Nick Baumgardner from MLive.com. Thanks, Nick.
You bet, Dave.